कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय was it audible or any problem in the sound?
No, Mataji, no problem.
No problem. Okay, thank you very much. So we will start today's session by doing Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं निरतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. So, how many of you remember the dvipas, the islands which we have already covered? The islands are on your screen. Anyone can tell me how many islands have we covered till now?
We have covered the Srimanta Dvipa,
Yes.
Gaura Dvipa,
Godrum Dvipa, yes.
Garva Dvipa, Keshava Kashmiri, that is this Anantara Dvipam.
Antardvipa, correct.
Antardi.
Antardvipa,
River,
we have covered Simanta Dvipa and Godrum Dvipa, correct?
Narsimha Pillai.
Yes.
Last
That is all in Godrum Dvipa. So the three
Okay.
islands we have covered, no? Antardvipa we have covered, Simanta Dvipa and Godrum Dvipa. So today we will be going to Madhya Dvipa. Madhya Dvipa. And then if we have time, we will go to Kola Dvipa by crossing the river. You can see the river between Madhya Dvipa and Kola Dvipa. Yes, there's a river there. So we can cross that river and go. So first we are going to Madhya Dvipa, which is very near to Godrum Dvipa. It's just very, there's no river in between. So it's just that it is just adjacent to Godrum Dvipa. So we will go to this Dvipa now. Okay, so let's go to Madhya Dvipa. So before we reach, we have gone to Bhakti Vinod Thakur's house last time, remember? Yeah, that was the last slide we went to. Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
Samadhi Mandir.
Samadhi Mandir, correct. So we will chant one song before we start. We will chant one song of Bhakti Vinod Thakur before we start the program. It's a very popular song. Most of us know this song also. So it's very nice to sing. So as I'm singing, you can read the translation by yourself. जीव जागो गोरा चांद बोले जीव जागो गोरा चांद बोले होता निद्रा जा माया पिशाचिरा कोले होता निद्रा जा माया पिशाचिरा कोले भजी बोलिया ऐसे संसार भीतरे भूलिया रहिले तुम्ही अविद्यार भोरे তোমারে লইতে আমি হইনু অবতারা, তোমারে লইতে আমি হইনু অবতারা। আমি বিনা বন্ধু আর কে আছে তোমার, আমি বিনা বন্ধু আর কে আছে তোমার। এনেছি ঔষধি মায়া নশিবার লাগি, এনেছি ঔষধি মায়া নশিবার লাগি। হরি নাম মহামন্ত্র লাও তুমি মাগি, হরি নাম মহামন্ত্র লাও তুমি মাগি। ভকতি বিনোদা প্রভু চরণে পড়িয়া, ভকতি বিনোদা প্রভু চরণে পড়িয়া। সেই হরি নাম মন্ত্র লইল মাগিয়া, সেই হরি নাম মন্ত্র লইল মাগিয়া। জীব জাগো, জীব জাগো, গোরা চাঁদ बोले होता निद्रा जाओ माया पिशाचीरा कोले। So here we see this beautiful deities of Gaur Gadadhar. These are the deities worshipped by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's personal deities, Shri Shri Gaur Gadadhar. This is Gauranga, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Gadadhar Prabhu on his side. Okay, so after this wonderful song from Navadwip, now we move on to Madhyadvip. Okay, so this is a beautiful place called as Saptarishis Bhajanasthali. Now we are going to see what this is. Actually, this place most of the time is closed because it is in the middle of nowhere actually, because it's the middle of the jungle. Now we'll see why is this place in the middle of the jungle and what is this place all about. Okay, so in the Satya Yuga, in the beginning of the creation actually, before even anybody knew anything about this place, these 7 rishis who were the sons of Lord Brahma, the Sapta rishis, they approached their father, Lord Brahma, and asked him that what is the best place to do meditation and what is the best place that we can get whatever we desire. So they said that we want actually to worship the Supreme Lord. And who is the Supreme Lord that we can easily attain? So Brahma was very happy with their question, and he told them, quickly go down to the earth, and there's a place called Navadwip. So you locate that place and you start your bhajan there, and you watch what happens. The Supreme Lord will come and give you darshan. So the Saptarishis, they went to Navadvip, and in this very place where you see this bhajanasthali, they performed severe austerities. They didn't eat, they didn't drink, they didn't sleep, and the whole time they were just chanting and they were meditating on Gauranga, on Krishna. They were thinking, please give us darshan, please give us darshan. And one day, very soon, because Gauranga is very merciful, very soon, during the midday, this Panchatattva gave darshan to them. That is, Gauranga with all his associates came and gave them darshan. And because this happened at midday, midday means afternoon, mid-afternoon. So that is why this Dvipa came to be known as Madhyadvip. Madhyadvip. Madhya means in the middle of the day. Madhya. So this Dvip came to be known as Madhyadvip. So this is the history of Madhyadvip. How the rishis, the Sapta rishis, they got the darshan of Mahaprabhu. And when they prayed to the Lord came and gave them darshan, and he also blessed them. He said that you will get whatever you wished for, but do not wish for any kind of jnana and all those impersonal liberation. But please, you worship the Supreme Lord Krishna, and you can go back to the spiritual world. So by just taking darshan of Mahaprabhu, they were blessed by Mahaprabhu, and this is the place called as the Saptarishi Bhajanasthali. It's a very powerful place to do bhajan. Then after this, we move on a little further away. This area, the entire area is very forested. As you can see, lot of trees and forested area, which reminds us of a place called Naimisharanya. Aranya means forest, and Naimisha is the place. And this one, you see, what does it strike you, Naimisharanya? Naimisharanya was a place where the Shaunakadi rishis approached Suta Goswami and they asked him to speak about the Bhagavatam. So this very place has come to Navadvip also. So actually, as I told you, as we go on through this parikrama, we will see that most of the holy places come to Navadvip and settle down here. And also, one of their forms is always present on the original location, like Naimisharanya will be there also, but it will be here also because Naimisharanya comes here personally and resides here. So this place in Navadvip is called Naimisharanya, which is in Madhyadvip. And here also, Suta Goswami and the Shaunakadi rishis also came. But when they came to Navadvip, the rishis asked Suta Goswami to talk about Gaur Leela. Now they didn't want to hear about Bhagavatam, but they wanted to hear about Gaur Leela because they already heard about Bhagavatam from Suta Goswami. Now they wanted to hear more. They wanted to hear about Mahaprabhu's pastimes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So they wanted to hear about Gaur Leela. So they asked Suta Goswami to speak to them about Gaur Leela. And Suta Goswami was speaking at this spot, Naimisharanya, about Gauranga's pastimes. So when he was speaking about Gauranga's pastimes, this news spread everywhere. It went to Kailash also. And Lord Shiva thought, oh, my favorite Gauranga's pastimes are going on. I must also go and hear this. I cannot miss this out. So he thought, come on, Nandi, let us go. And he sat on his Nandi and he started going. But he thought his Nandi carrier is a bit slow. So he thought, why not I go and ask Brahmaji for his Vahana? What is Brahmaji's Vahana? Anybody knows? Brahmaji's Vahana is the swan. Okay, the bird swan. So Hamsa Vahana. So when Lord Shiva went and asked Lord Brahma, can you please lend me your Hamsa? Because Hamsa is very fast. It can just fly down very fast. And so he sat on the Hamsa of Lord Brahmaji, and he quickly came down to this place called Naimisharanya in Navadvip to hear about the pastimes of Lord Gauranga. And he was totally mesmerized and he enjoyed the pastime so much. He started to dance and do Sankirtan. The Maha Sankirtan happened. And in this place, to commemorate this place, they have built a small temple for Lord Shiva called the Hamsavahini Shiva. because Shiva became Hamsa Vahini. He sat on the Hamsa and came. So, and there was beautiful deity inside of Lord Shiva. Now he's sitting on a Hamsa actually. So this is the deity being worshipped. Being worshipped by all the people around here. And actually, the Lord, what he does is he sits on this Hamsa and he's giving darshan to all the devotees. And the devotees, they bring jal, that is water from Ganga, and offer here. So on Chaitra Purnima, one of the particular days, the Lord accepts all Ganga Jal Abhishek from all the devotees around. They all bring big kalashas of Ganga Jal and they offer to this Hamsavahini Shiva. It's a beautiful deity here. So after this place, then we go to another place called Shri Pushkar. Now, this is a very beautiful place, very, very beautiful surroundings. And there's a huge lake here. And this lake is called the Pushkar Lake. So once what happened, there was a Brahmana called Divadas. So Divadas, he wanted to go to all the pilgrimage places, holy places in India. So he was traveling to all the holy places. So one by one he was traveling, and after he finished all the holy places, at last he came to Navadwip. So by then he had finished going to all the holy places. And of all the holy places, he liked the best was Pushkar Tirtha. He had fallen in love with the Pushkar Tirtha. He liked it so much. So when he came to Navadvip, he got a dream one night. And then in the dream, he got a dream that don't go to any other place. The Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna, is going to take his appearance in this place, Navadvip. So your bhajan will be perfect in this place. So you stay here and don't go anywhere and just worship the Lord here. When Divadas heard this in his dream, he was very much happy because he got an instruction from the Lord. So he started living in this place. And he spent his entire life worshipping to Lord Krishna in this place. And one day when he was quite old, he suddenly developed a desire that he wanted to go and see his Pushkar once again. But then he understood that he is too old, that he will not be able to make the journey. So he then started repenting. He started feeling very bad. He said, "Oh God, oh Krishna, I'm so old, I'm unable to go to my favorite Pushkar Tirtha. What will happen? I will die without seeing my favorite Tirtha." So lamenting like this, crying like this, he went to sleep, and then that night, he again got a dream. And in that dream, Pushkar Tirtha appeared to him and said, "Don't worry, don't cry like this. There is a lake nearby your house. Go and dip in that lake, and when you come out, you will see me." And in this way, he went to that lake and he dipped. When he came out of the lake, suddenly he got divine eyes. He could see his very Pushkar Tirtha right in front of him. And Pushkar Tirtha and the personality of Pushkar also came out of the Tirtha and greeted him. And in this way, Divadas was overwhelmed. He began to tell the Pushkar Tirtha, "I am so unfortunate. Why did I make you come all the way here? Because of me, you took so much trouble." Then Pushkar Tirtha told him, "Don't worry, don't cry. I am not coming all the way from there. I'm actually always residing here. this is my place. This is my place in Navadvip Dham. I come here and reside here because Navadvip Dham is so excellent. All the dhams of all over India, all the holy places, they come here to reside in Navadvip because we all know that this is the most merciful place. This is the transcendental spiritual world, and this place we all come and reside. So I'm also residing here. One part of me is residing in actual Pushkar, but I'm always residing here. So don't worry. And in this way, this place, this Pushkar Tirtha looks like this. It's a beautiful place, lake now. And Pushkar Tirtha personified himself has said that he resides here permanently. So after visiting this beautiful place, Pushkar Tirtha, we go to another place. This is a little bit raised place. Raised means height. Raised. This place is called Sri Ucha Hatta. Ucha means raised platform, like that. This ground is little bit high. So this place is Ucha Hatta, is a place where many tirthas came to reside at one time. Out of them, the most prominent one was Kurukshetra. We all know Kurukshetra. What happened in Kurukshetra? The war happened. Kurukshetra war, the Mahabharata war happened. So that Kurukshetra and many other Brahmavarta kshetras, all the tirthas, all they came here in Uchahatta and they resided in this place. So therefore, this place is called as Uchahatta. It's a very purifying place. When Lord Nityananda brought Jiva Goswami here, and he told him that this is the place. Jiva Goswami, look at this place. This is a wonderful Uchahatta place where Kurukshetra resides permanently here. So this is a beautiful place, another view of this Uchahatta. And then we go to another beautiful place called Panchaveni. We all have heard about Triveni, right? Triveni Sangam, Triveni where three rivers meet. Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati, right? We have seen that. So now here is Panchaveni, where 5 rivers are meeting. It's a beautiful place, and this place here in Panchaveni, we see that when Lord Nityananda, he brought Jiva Goswami here, he told him that this is so exalted, this place is so exalted that if any jiva, even if he leaves his body within the water, outside the water, or in the sky, in this place, he directly goes to Golok Vrindavan. Straight away to Golok Vrindavan. This is mentioned in the Navadvip Dham Mahatmya that such a benediction is very rare. Hardly you will see that you just die in a place and you will go back to Krishna's abode. And if you take bath in this place also, you can go back to Krishna Loka. So this is a very powerful place, Panchaveni. And you see that, you see another another view of Panchaveni where there's a bridge which goes over the waters, and you can see that these are the different rivers which meet here. One, Alakhananda, Mandakini, Saraswati, Yamuna and Bhogavati. These are the 5 rivers which meet at this place. It's a very powerful, purifying place. And as I said, it is so potent that we can, if we take bath or leave our body in this area, it could be any bird or an insect or an animal or anything, just it gets direct admission to Krishna's abode. Then we'll do a small quiz before we go. So the question is, how did this island receive its name Madhyadvip? Anybody can tell?
It's in the middle.
It was in the afternoon. That's why Madhyan.
Afternoon, correct. What afternoon? What happened?
Middle of the day, they got the
Middle
darshan
of
of
the
Mahaprabhu.
day.
Correct. We got darshan of Mahaprabhu. Who got the darshan?
Saptarishi darshan.
Panchatattva.
Very good. Saptarishi. Excellent. So Saptarishi got the darshan
Of Prabhu.
on midday, Madhyana. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Okay, why did Lord Shiva borrow Lord Brahma's swan carrier?
Because he
Because
wanted to reach very
the
early
faster.
there to
Yeah.
hear the
Very good. Because he wanted to reach where?
Madhyadeepa.
Pushkar.
no Naimisharanya.
Yeah.
Naimisharanya.
Naimisharanya. He wanted to.
Chakratirtha. Naimisharanya.
Yes, Naimisharanya. Very good. Which 5 rivers meet at Panchaveni? That was very fast. But you can say 1 or 2 also is okay.
Saraswati,
Mandakini and Saraswati.
Mandakini.
Mandakini, Saraswati, I heard.
Alaknanda,
Alaknanda.
Alagnanta,
Godavari and Yamuna.
Yamuna, correct. And Bhogavati.
Bhogavati.
Okay. Very good, very good. Excellent. Brahmana Divadas was a great devotee of which Tirtha?
Pushkar.
Pushkar. Very good. Pushkar Tirtha. Excellent.
I just had one question. Pushkar is supposed to be the place where Brahmaji's temple is there. no?
Yes, correct. Brahmaji's only temple. Yes.
Yes. And also there is one story about when Sati enters the fire, then Shiva tears roll from his eyes, and that's how the Pushkar Tirtha was formed. That is also one thing. Now,
Okay,
is there
okay. Very nice.
is-
Thank you for the information.
is
Mataji.
there something about Lord Krishna also associated with the place?
No, and not that I've heard of. This is what it is.
Okay.
Yes. Which holy place came to reside at Uchchahatta?
Kurukshetra.
Kurukshetra. Excellent. So very good. 100 marks to all of you. So now we're going to chant a small song before we continue. Because we have to cross the river, no? Panchaveni. We have to go to the other side, to Koladvip. So we'll sing this song and we will go. Okay? Kejabi bhai Bhava Sindhu Par Dhanya Kali Ugera Chaitanya Avatar Kejabi bhai Bhava Sindhu Par Dhanya Kali Ugera Chaitanya Avatar हमारा गौरांगेर घाटे अदान खेयावा जड़ांधा तुरा आवधी पारा हमारा गौरांगेर घाटे अदान खेयावा जड़ांधा तुरा पारा केजाबी भाई भव सिंधु पार धन्य कलियुगेरा चैतन्य अवतार हरि नाम नौका खानी श्री गुरु कंडारी संकीर्तन खेरो याला दुबाहु पसारी हरि नाम नौका खानी श्री गुरु कंडारी संकीर्तन खेरो याला दुबाहु पसारी केजाबी भाई भव सिंधु पार Dhanya Kali Yuge Chaitanya Avatar. सब जीव होइला पार प्रेमेरा बतासे ओडिया रोइला लोचन पापनारा दोषे सब जीव होइला पार प्रेमेरा बतासे ओडिया रोइला लोचन पापनारा दोषे के जाबी भाई भव सिंधु पार धन्य कली गैरा चैतन्य अवतार के जाबी भाई भव सिंधु पार धन्य कली गैरा चैतन्य अवतार. So this is a beautiful song written by Lochan Das Thakur, and it is saying how we can take the help of this beautiful boat of Sankirtan and go back to the spiritual world. So Lord Chaitanya is the most munificent avatar who has come to fetch us and bring us back to his abode. Okay, so after this, we have reached the next dweep, and that is Kola Dweep. So you reached Kola Dweep. Kola Dweep is called Kola Dweep because Kola means this Sukara, that is Varaha. You've seen Lord Varaha? This is the Lord Varaha's form. So Varaha means Kola. So it's called as Kola Dweep. Now we'll see this pastime, what happened here. Once upon a time, there was this Brahmana called Vasudev. This Vasudev Brahmana was very attached to the Varaha Murti of the Lord. He loved this incarnation of the Lord. And he every day worshipped Varahadev with so much intense devotion. And he would cry and he would roll on the ground and worship the Lord and beg the Lord, please, oh Lord Varahadev, please manifest and give me darshan. And this went on for many years. And one day, because he was worshipping in Navadwip Dham, the Dham itself is very merciful. And then Varahadev appeared in his magnanimously beautiful form. And then this form was so huge, like a mountain. It reached almost the tip of the sky. And he was wearing beautiful ornaments and beautiful crown and jewels. And Vasudev was very much mesmerized by the ankle bells and the jewelry of the Lord. And when he saw this enormous form of the Lord in front of him, he totally fainted. And then when he got back to his senses, he was praising the Lord and offering very beautiful prayers and saying, thank you very much for giving me this wonderful darshan. And when the Lord gave him this beautiful darshan, he also told him that I will appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Gauranga in this Dham itself. So you are very blessed to be here and to be worshipping me. And therefore, this place came to be known as Kola Dweep, because of Kola means Varahadev. And then he got his heart's desire fulfilled, that the Lord had come and given him darshan, and Vasudev was ecstatic. And he came to know that the Lord is going to come here and perform his wonderful Sankirtan pastimes in this Dweepa. And hearing that, Vasudev was very ecstatic. And the Lord said, and you will also assist me, you will also come and assist me in my pastimes. And blessing him in this way, the Lord disappeared. So Vasudeva was very happy. So this is the this is why the Dvipa is called as Kola Dvip. So now this Dvip is very, very famous Dvip, very, very, and now if you go to Mayapur, you take a launch from there, a boat, you can go to the other side. It's called a Hulur Ghat. From Hulur Ghat, if you take a boat and you go across the Ganga, now this place is called as Navadwip. The place itself, the island Koladvip, now nobody calls it Koladvip, they call it Navadvip. But this is the place where we can go and visit these places. So let us visit one of the most important place here, called as Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. It's the beautiful, beautiful deity of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This deity is so special. This deity was worshipped by none other than Mahaprabhu's wife, Vishnupriya Devi. When Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he was only 24 years old. Vishnupriya Devi was totally distraught and she couldn't take the separation of the Lord. So the Lord then mercifully came to her and told her to carve a deity like this and worship the deity, where he will reciprocate through the deity to her. So Vishnupriya Devi carved this beautiful deity, got this beautiful deity carved rather, and worshipped this deity to the very end. And because Vishnupriya Devi came from this island, Koladvip, so she, after everything was over, after Shachi Devi also left the planet, everything was over, then she moved with Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu to Koladvip. And this is her, you can say Maika, no? That is mother's house. So this is where she was born and this is where she comes from. So she stayed here. So when we go to this temple till today, they will worship this deity like the son-in-law. So because Mahaprabhu was the son-in-law, so all the ladies and all the old women and all sitting around, they will be calling him as a son-in-law because they worship him in that mood, because he was their son-in-law. So this is where Vishnupriya Devi's house is. Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. It's a beautiful deity. And in this deity, what is the very nice thing about this deity is that you see that his arms are outstretched like this, right? So when you see Gauranga's deities, there are 3 types of deities. One deity is like this, holding the 2 arms above, like this, right? So that is the deity which is in a very surrendered mood. So I am surrendering to you, Krishna, teaching us how to surrender, Sharanagati. So that is the deity showing us surrender. Then there is one more deity like this. One hand is below and one hand is up. You've seen this type of deity? Yeah. So that deity is called as the Sankirtan deity. So the Lord goes out on Sankirtan and that is how he will be, with one hand raised and one hand like this. So that is Sankirtan deity. And this is the deity which is the most munificent, most merciful deity, which is with his arms outstretched. He's saying, he's giving all the benedictions and he's calling us to him and calling us, please come, I'm here to save you. I'm here to pick you up from this miserable world. And this way he is calling everybody to come to him. And that is the most merciful form, Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. After this, we have heard in Antardvip that Vruddha Shiva and Praudamaya stay there in a Shivdoba. We have heard this in Antardvip. There is a place on the banks of the Ganga where they stay there. And here also in Koladvip also, we find places of worship of the same Praudamaya in Paramatala. This is Praudamaya deity, and this is Vriddha Shiva deity in Bado Shivtala. So they have these two deities also being worshipped in Koladvip also. That means Lord Shiva is and his consort Mother Parvati, they are also present in Koladvip. This is also one Shiva temple. So after this, we come to Samudragad. This place is very, very special place. Because here, normally you don't see the sea. This is all rivers all around. So many rivers are there. But this portion of Samudragad, Koladvip, it seems in those days, the sea came to Mother Ganga and said that, I want to join you so that I can see Gauranga's pastimes. I also want to witness Gauranga's pastimes. So therefore, this place is called Samudragad because the sea, normally rivers go to the sea, isn't it? Rivers go and join the sea. But here the sea, portion of the sea had come to join the river. So this place is known as Samudragad. There's a very beautiful pastime of Samudragad. This Samudragad, there was a palace of King Samudrasena in this place. So his name was Samudrasena. So we heard of, in Antardvip, we heard of a person, Lakshman Sena, right? And then we heard of, in Suvarna Vihar, Suvarna Sena. And here there's another Sena called Samudrasena. Okay, Samudrasena had his palace and his banks of this, here in this place, Samudragad. And he was a very powerful king in the time of the Pandavas. He was a very, very powerful king in this place, in Navadvip. So you remember that Yudhishthir Maharaj was doing Rajasuya Yajna. So when he was doing Rajasuya sacrifice, what he did, he sent a Bhima to this place. He said, I sent Arjuna, Bhima, go and conquer the places so that I can do my Rajasuya sacrifice. So when Bhima came to this area to conquer, Samudrasena was very happy because he was a great, great devotee of Krishna. So he thought, oh, the Pandavas, non-different, the most best devotees of Krishna are coming here to my land. And I'm so happy. I will immediately worship them. And all these things he was thinking in the mind. Then one thought came to him. He said, oh, I have a vow actually. And my vow is that I will never leave Navadvip Dham and go anywhere. But I know that Krishna is on this planet. He has come, he is in Dwarka. He is here. But I cannot go and see him because of my vow. What am I supposed to do? What can I do? So he thought, now is the chance. If I fight with Bhima, and if I make him like going to be defeated, what will Bhima do? He will call to Krishna and say, Krishna, please protect me, and Krishna will come. So in this way, I will get to see my Lord also in this place, and I will not have to leave this place also. So he thought of this plan, and he brought his whole army, and he captured the horse, and he started to fight with Bhima. Then there was a ferocious fight. They were fighting and fighting and fighting, and then he was putting all his energy and he was just meditating on Krishna, and he was fighting, Krishna, you have to come. And in this way he was fighting, and he was fighting so valiantly that he almost defeated Bhima. Bhima was going to face defeat, and this Bhima couldn't tolerate. He immediately called out, Krishna, Krishna, please come, save me. I have to win this war. Not because I feel ashamed of being defeated, but I don't want Yudhishthir Maharaj to be facing defeat. So for my brother's sake, you have to come, Krishna, please come, please come. And in this way, he called out to the Lord. And immediately Krishna came, but he came in a beautiful form and was visible only to Samudrasena. He was not visible to anybody, not even Bhima. So the moment Samudrasena saw Krishna, he was totally mesmerized. He was thanking Krishna, praying to him, and he was saying, Krishna, thank you for coming. You are made my life a success, because I had made this vow that I will not leave Navadvip, but I had desired to see you so much, so very badly, and you have fulfilled my desire by coming here and giving your darshan. Krishna, you are so kind. Krishna, you are so kind. And he went on saying that, and he was falling on the ground and rolling on the ground and offering his obeisances. And he said, Krishna, but really, really, I have another wish. I want to see you in your Gauranga form. Can I see you in your Chaitanya form? This beautiful Gauranga Mahaprabhu's form. Can I see you like that? And immediately he started showing him all the pastimes of Vrindavan and all the gopis and the cowherd boys and Yashodamaya, everything. He saw the whole Vrindavan Dham in front of him. And finally, all that Vrindavan Dham converged, and he saw the golden form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And the king, Samudrasen, was totally mesmerized. He didn't know what to do. He was totally fainting on the floor by seeing this wonderful darshan. And after this, Krishna disappeared. Nobody knew what happened. And when the king fainted, Bhima thought that he had become frightened of his power. And suddenly, what happened to the king? He became frightened of me. He thought like that. And then he started fighting very strongly. And Samudrasena immediately accepted defeat, and he quickly gave him all kinds of gifts and sent him off. And Bhima went away victorious. And everybody thought Bhima had defeated Samudrasena. Nobody knew what happened, actually, how Krishna came and gave his wonderful darshan. So this is the story behind Samudragad. So we have another story, but I think we will have to stop here because it's already 9:30, and we will meet again next week. This is Champahati. This is a beautiful place, and so many beautiful pastimes at this place, and you will love to hear it. But we'll have to take a break, and we will come back again next week. Thank you all very much for joining. Hare Krishna. Shila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank
Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
So much.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Jai Shila Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Kripasintabhyo patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo namaha. So nice to see you all. I am in the temple. I'm cooking the feast for today evening. So you're
Okay.
all here. I was hearing the lecture and I was cooking actually. So it's nice.